Somebody get full blown on the telephone. Somebody get full blown on the telephone.
My name is OJ Richards. I am heading the Artist Development Program for the Rhythm and Soul Festival. So, the Artist Development Program, basically, this is what it is. This is attached to the Rhythm and Soul Festival, where we would have conducted audition process for artists throughout the Tobago space, artists who could develop it. So we're not just necessarily aiming for the best of the best on the island. We're actually aiming for those who have room to grow and develop their skill and who may or may not be as popular as some of the artists on the island. Those are the ones that been working on the talent, seeing where we could kind of develop them for them to push them out into the open space and by extension the international space. So we would have brought in about 22 artists coming in, and we would have run through sessions, 3 weeks of sessions of basic general training and working on, let's say, if you're a vocalist, your vocal skills, your breathing techniques, whatnot. But we also, not just that, we deal with the marketing skills as well, how they stage present themselves on stage, how they speak in interviews, just like I am right now. So all of this are the things that we would have been dealing with throughout the process to bring them up to a standard where we think that they could be better pushed forward into the island. I think it's definitely necessary because, I mean, any chance that you get to develop your craft and be a better artist that you were yesterday would always be beneficial. If I could myself as a performer could take some classes that I could see in some way that I could develop what I do as a performer, it would definitely be beneficial towards me and towards my craft. So we've been getting great feedback. One of the things I would note, I would have been training persons, let's say one person that is older than me, but they don't take it for the fact that, I'm too old to learn anything. The reception from the artists is a really great one. So they really appreciate the opportunity to be just considered as artists on the island who are having room to grow. So what we deal with and the product is not the word I'm looking for. The material that we're dealing with there, it caters for anybody. And I mean, if there's something you already know, this is kind of like a refresher. So let's say we're speaking about stage presence. A skilled artist may know that what stage presence and how important utilizing the stage area. But within the sessions that I would have had some musicians that were there, that one musician in particular, he has good stage presence in terms of utilizing the area of the stage, but his connecting with the audience is something that he might be a little weaker with, but it's still under the category of stage presence. So, every detail and every subject that we deal with, there is still something that one person can learn. So I don't think that there's any situation where one person's knowledge is too much above that it would not be able to have to tailor to suit. One of the major things that I would have been dealing with so far is connectivity, not being selfish on stage. So when I say being selfish on stage, it's not in a aggressive way, but some artists tend to go into their own space when they are performing their craft, and they kind of zone out on what's happening on the outside. But then that's something you have to keep in mind. You're performing, you're an entertainer, so you have to connect with your audience. And some of them struggle with connecting with their audience, meaning it's not just like looking up and looking at you. You have to actually connect with that audience, pull that contact between them, and find that relationship between your music and your craft. Another thing is getting over the nervousness. I think that's something we had to kind of try to work on, and this through the process of like performing in front of your peers and peer critique. So we would have had them perform in front of the others, and then they would critique them and say, well, this was great, this was not as great, you could kind of work on this, and just try to get them to come out of their head. A lot of it stems from inside here, and then we just kind of understand that we as the audience are here to listen to you. You know, in your 10-minute set, your 12-minute set, 15-minute set, you are the expert of your craft at that specific time. And once they kind of have that self-confidence and understand that this is my zone, this is, I'm commanding the stage at this point, it tends to let them relax a little bit and come out of their head. Another struggle that we've been dealing with is how to do interviews, because you might be a great artist, but you can't speak as well. You may not be a bad speaker, but to conduct yourself in an interview, what to say, what not to say, how to conduct yourself. That's one thing we were actually working with them as well, especially when you're nervous and some people tend to sound like if they're reading a script, like, my name is OJ Richards, I am so I am a panelist. And so we're trying to get them out of that, just trying to, be yourself, be your own character, and just know what you want to say. Finding their own identity. Finding your own identity and being creative with it. Because right now we have about 18 vocalists. Right? When you have 18 vocalists, how do you stand out? How do you make yourself different? So how can I get 18 completely different songs, 18 completely different experiences on stage? So I think that is one of the most important things. Find your own voice, find your own craft, find your own creative way to stand out from the rest. So my goal, we have 22 artists. Coming out of this, I want to see us push 22 artists to the level of Machel Montano, to the level of Beyonce, to the level of Neo. I know it sounds very cliche, but I'm actually serious about it. You see, this is just a start. We're doing something for the culture. We're doing something for the people in Tobago. We're giving them that push, and I hope that they take that push and run with it and try to push themselves greater to be the next Machel Montano within the Tobago stage, the next Beyonce within the international stage. And we can just look at how far this person has come, and look at how they have grown with their craft. And a lot of these persons are writing their own material. That's beautiful to see, that you're creating your own content and not just following from what has been done before. So we already have that good start off there. So if I could see that them just taking that and just flourishing that to make it greater, it would be awesome. So we want to do this annually. So this is an annual thing now in terms of discussions of continuing this as the artist development. There are some plans in place in terms of artist development, but this is within the TPAC space. But other discussions can be had within the different departments of Tobago.
Somebody get full blown to the telephone.
To all the lovers in the house here tonight.
Somebody get full blown on the telephone.
Yeah!
Tobago Get ready, Stephen Marley is on his way.
From jungle to Rima, Himini, Tifa little matches, you.
The Rhythm and Soul Festival introduces the son of the legend, the one and only Stephen Marley. Experience the Marley Dynasty live at the Dwight York Stadium at Fusion, Easter Sunday, April 20th. The Kings reunite on one stage. Stephen Marley.
Yeah, baby, don't worry,
Graham Smogan.
Have I shown you?
Wayne Wonder.
Somebody, she is a beauty.
Cast the Band, and many more.
This song she Girl, coming home, I see you again.
Tickets are going fast. Follow Tobago Festivals on Facebook and Instagram. Or call 639-4441 for more info. Fusion, April 20th at Parade Grounds, Dwight York Stadium. The Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm. You've heard a voice on the radio, seen her in your worship, and have sung her songs during your time of praise. Sinesh.
Everybody now, let's go!
Sinesh comes to Tobago for Melodies from Heaven on April 17th. The Shore Park Complex alights with praise and worship from 6 p.m. for Melodies from Heaven featuring Sinesh.
I shall not want the Lord has provided.
Samuel Mades.
You'll be the only one who's excited to call your name.
Positive.
Me never could have changed my mind.
Blessed Messenger.
Give brother Jesus over your family.
Renee Fortune and many more.
From my head to my feet.
Get your physical tickets now. Tickets are also available online at islandetickets.com. Visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for more info or call 639-4441. April 17th at Shore Park Complex. Melodies from Heaven. Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival 2025. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm. Welcome to the Buku Seafood and Jazz Festival on April 19th, 2025. We invite you to an evening of smooth rhythms and soulful music as the sun dips behind Buku Bay. Let all your senses be tantalized. Enjoy an array of seafood dishes, browse crafts and designs created by local artisans, and lose yourself in the soulful melodies of John Sakata, Brian McKnight,
Undeniable that we should be together.
Bonnet Bigford,
When the lightning crack the waters and the waves roll and break.
Mikal Teja,
Else I go, without you, my God.
and the best of Tobago's talent. Get your physical tickets now. Tickets are also available online at islandetickets.com. Visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for more info or call 639-4441. The Buku Seafood and Jazz Festival, April 19th at Buku Integrated Facility. Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival 2025. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm.
Somebody get full blown on the telephone.
My name is Dijon Saul. My stage name is Mr. Soul. I will be performing on the 19th of April as the Sunday Biko Seafood Jazz on the main stage. Music, some nice soul music, some nice back in time, some nice jazz music, sweet music, for you to sit back, relax and enjoy, with your loved one and so forth. Singing, I just love to sing. I don't even know why, I just love to sing. To be honest, I've been singing since I was 7. My talent was discovered at church one time. I was practicing with the choir, and that's that same set day of performance, I asked to lead, and that was it. And that was it. And then I thought I was a good vocalist, but with this artist development course and having me to reach my little breaking point and have me in a little vulnerable moment, it was very, very much important. I needed this a long time because I've never gotten this before. No kind of type of training where singing is concerned. It's all, God-given born talent. The type of energy I'm looking to bring to Buku is to just touch each and every one, each loved one. Somebody could be going through some kind of wherever that moment. It's just a fair to just relax and enjoy the type of music that I, Mr. Soul, will be bringing to you all.
My name is Jacqueline Reed. My stage name is Jackie Reed. Okay. So I'm going to do different stuff. I'll do ballads, 2. 1 ballad, 1 reggae, and 2 of my own personal songs, which are cross social commentary, soca, and a zouk. I started singing from the age of 5 years old. My first competition was Auntie. I don't know how many people know Auntie K or will even remember who Auntie K was. But that's where I started at the age of 5. I grew up in a family of musicians on both sides of my family, my mom and my dad. So that was easy. So we started competing, my sister, my brother and I, at the age of 5 years old. We went to all competitions and shows you could dream about. By the time I was 11, I was on Scouting for Talent. So I just maintained that because that's what I love. Throughout the years of performing and doing music of different type and different style of music, actually, where you grow up, you never really trained the full belly of what music is all about. We grew up in communities where you get up, you pick up a microphone, somebody in the home here, you speak, sing, fine, and we go from there, which was great. And this has put me in a place where I now understand so much more of the depth of music as pertaining to our bodies and what we should do and shouldn't do, things that we could find inside of us that we didn't know we could have found there before, that is already there to assist in our vocal cords, our musical strategies, health-wise, deal with things like mucuses and stuff like that. So I gain a really lot out of it, and I wish it could just keep going. At least the part of the training. The best of Jackie Reed. That's what you'll expect, the best of who I am musically.
My name is Janelle Winchester, also known as J Soul. That's JAY-SOUL. I am actually performing on the Buku main stage. That is Buku Seafood Jazz. That's going to be on the 19th of April. So my selection is very vast. However, I am into calypso, I'm into jazz, and so I'm going to be fusing both genres on the 19th. So you see and be there. I actually started at the age of 7. I started with my dad. I started professionally at age 9. However, I did not take music seriously. I just took it as something I happened to do. So this workshop, we had an artistic development workshop, and it could not have come at a better time. It was around that time that I started my spiritual journey. I started my spiritual journey in 2019. And so this development workshop was in keeping with what I was already learning. Music is a spiritual thing. It's a gift. It is something that is magical. It is We as musicians, as artists, as creatives, without us, the world would be a very dull place. There would be no color, there will be no life, there will be no vibrance. And so this is very important to me as an artist to be even on this platform, even speaking to you right now.
Hi, my name is Rihanna Richards and my stage name is Ochelle. That's spelled Orchelle. That's my middle name. It's a fusion of my mom's and dad's name. Well, I'm trying to be as versatile as possible, so expect a little pop, a little soca, a little jazzy something. Music is in my veins, both paternally and maternally. So I feel like I don't have a choice. Like, I just have to do it. It's something that I have to do. Otherwise, that music is my strong suit. I run to music whenever I may be feeling alone, maybe feeling down, lost. Music is the answer to everything for me. This is actually a great opportunity because I've been praying for the opportunity for me to showcase my talent, because I haven't been to music is like to do. So this opportunity is one that I will really give the chance. I'm looking forward to it. Well, it has been an experience. When I tell you the things that you think you know about music because you know it's something that you grew up in, this has shown me that there's always room for improvement and you never know too much. There's always room for more education.
Hi, I am Khadija O'Connor. I go by the name K-Noir, so it's K.Noir. Okay, so I have been singing for a pretty long time. I could recall being involved in like calypso competitions in primary school. I was involved in the school choir in secondary school as well, and heavily involved in church. That's where more or less I feel like I kind of really got into the singing, because I was also a member of the choir. I started taking this seriously maybe within the last couple of years. So I'm a part a very dynamic vocal group, so we more or less do background vocals, so I'm heavily involved there, as well as I would have recently competed in the Tobago, I can't remember the name of the show, Star Quest. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I would have competed there, and we would have been met with Mr. Arnold and other people who are very heavily involved in the industry, so they would have given us a lot of talks and encouraged us to really see. I wouldn't necessarily say so. Yeah, I would have sang solo before, but most times if you are able to identify me, I will be with Revolution, which is our group. Yeah, so it's not like I am now stepping out, but partially, but it's not like I was opposed to singing solo before. Yeah. Also, this basically exposed me, and I think a lot of the other singers, to the knowledge, the skill that it takes to be a singer, a musician, somebody who really wants to make something out of the music. So I mean, yeah, you're realizing it's not just okay, I get up and I'm going up on the stage to sing. No, you have to make sure you're hydrating, you're resting, make sure that your diet is in check, making sure that you're doing your breathing exercises. And one thing I want to mention is that, they introduced us to a lot of things that you may not know or see from the get-go, but at the end of the day, like, you have to do your work. That's my biggest takeaway from this, that beyond and after the training is done, we are still responsible for, keeping up with the things that we would have learned throughout the workshop. So I think it was a very good investment, and I think the other singers as well can agree and attest to that. Ooh, I think after Tobago Star Quest, I was just feeling like, how far can we go with this? And it's actually me putting myself into it, and putting myself and putting more effort into putting myself out there. So it means a lot, but it also means fun. That's one thing I always want to do when I'm on the stage. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy it for me, and obviously everybody else I feel like will feel that once I'm enjoying it as well. So yeah, fun, enjoyment, exposure, great opportunities as well. So looking forward to it.
Somebody get full blown on the telephone.
Fusion. On April 20th, 2025, the Parade Grounds comes alive for a blend of genres, offering something for all ages and tastes at Fusion.
Heat me up. Only you alone could put fire back in the soul.
Experience a night of great music and unforgettable vibes. Dance to the music of Kes the Band. Kes the Band. Kes the Band.
Tell me diamonds, baby. Take back a diamonds, honey. Take back a diamonds, baby.
Stephen Marley, Gramps Morgan, Wayne Wonder, and many more. Get your physical tickets now. Tickets are also available online at islandetickets.com. Visit TobagoFestivalCommission.com for more info or call 639-4441. April 20th at Parade Grounds, Dwight York Stadium. Fusion, Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival 2025. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm. Welcome to the Buku Seafood and Jazz Festival on April 19th, 2025. We invite you to an evening of smooth rhythms and soulful music as the sun dips behind Buku Bay. Let all your senses be tantalized. Enjoy an array of seafood dishes, browse crafts and designs created by local artisans, and lose yourself in the soulful melodies of John Sakata, Brian McKnight,
undeniable that we should be together.
Vonnet Bigford,
When the lightning crack the waters and the waves roll and break.
Mikal Teja,
Where else I go, without you, my God.
and the best goes to talent. Your physical tickets now. Tickets are also available online at islandetickets.com. Visit TobagoFestivalCommission.com for more info or call 639-4441. The Buku Seafood and Jazz Festival, April 19th at Buku Integrated Facility. Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival 2025. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm. You've heard a voice on the radio, seen her in your worship, and have sung her songs during your time of praise. Sinesh.
Everybody now, let's go.
Sinesh comes to Tobago for Melodies from Heaven on April 17th. The Shore Park Complex alights with praise and worship from 6 p.m. for Melodies from Heaven featuring Sinesh.
I shall not want. The Lord has provided.
Samuel Maydess.
You'll be the only one who's excited to call your name.
Positive.
Change my mind.
Blessed Messenger.
Give blood of Jesus over your family.
Renee Fortune and many more.
From my head to my feet.
Get your physical tickets now. Tickets are also available online at islandetickets.com. Visit TobagoFestivalCommission.com for more info or call 639-4441. April 17th at Shore Park Complex. Melodies from Heaven. Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival 2025. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm.
Somebody get full blown on the telephone.
Light is fair, but Lord knows I try. Stars fill the sky. I'm gonna stand up, take my people in. Take it over your
is Jeremy Stewart. I also go by the same stage name. Okay, so how I got into singing, honestly, I can't give you the definitive answer, only because I would have heard stories from a lot of my family and persons who would have known me from times I can't remember myself. Being around a very musical family, being around my grandfather, which was Jerry Stewart, and so forth. Always been involved in his rehearsals, always been around the musicians and the singers that he would have worked with, and then transitioning from that era into the era of my Andy Stewart, who was a calypsonian on the island, who would have always taken me along with him as a part of his shows and rehearsals and so forth, and even to the era of my uncle, who was Blacks, or Dexter Stewart, who would have also had a very major input in terms of my vocal ability and my musical ability. So it's always been a part of me from birth till now. Quite frankly, this is the biggest stage that I've ever been able to grace, and the opportunity was casted to me by multiple persons who knew of my talent, and it took some courage, but I decided to go ahead and try out. And now that I am here, I am extremely excited. The nerves are there, yes, but Rhythm and Soul Festival, I see it as an opportunity whereby Tobago, and by extension the entire world, will finally get to know Jeremy Stewart, not just who I came from or where I got all my input from, but know me now as a musician, as a singer. I always knew from the time I was identifying, but when it comes to this program, it was a complete eye-opener to a lot of practices that may not have been the best thing for me as a vocalist or as a musician, but it has developed me to the point whereby I know how much work it now takes for me to be able to perform at my up-tuned best, and very informative. One thing I could definitely appreciate about the program is the camaraderie, because there wasn't too much of a space whereby so many creatives on the island could have come together and share knowledge and really build bonds. The bonds is something that I will definitely be able to take away from this experience for the rest of my life.
My name is Shri, pronounced Shari. I accept the experience. I believe that it's going to be a great experience. I've performed on stages before, so I am used to stages, but the experience would be a nice one, I know that. From small, music was always my escape. I have a mantra where I say, where words fail, music speak. So anything happen, I would run to music to get that feeling. So when I was going to school, I put myself in the choir in school, and from there I just continue. I started singing in the hotel from 2016, and currently I am there. It was very, very, very informative. I learned a lot. As I said before, I am used to being a performer on stage, but there are things that, well, I would say I'm self-taught. I just like singing, so I do it. So I wasn't given any instructions as to how to really project voices and stuff like that. And I learned a lot from Miss Phillips. And yeah, I believe that leaving this program, I would leave with a lot of knowledge and being able to use it now in shows to at least help myself grow. I'm doing more the jazzy soul, Sade, Madonna. Yeah, a little groove and a little shake here and there. Come to all of Rhythm and Soul from the Thursday to the Sunday. Don't miss any one of them. all the Tobago artists would be on all the stages. Your support is very, very, very crucial to our development as well. So please come out and support us.
Somebody get full blown on the telephone.
I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs and things and that I had to got my life in stages, 10,000 people watching. Now we're alone, and I sing a song for you. I know the image of me is so I want to be. I do darling, can't you see? There's no one more important to me. Baby, can't you see right through me? It's been alone now, and I sing a song for you. Sorry, there's a secret of the true love. One and only. You came out and went.
Somebody get full blown on the telephone.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.
The US's reluctance to participate. And what we'll see, I think, is a new balancing and a much wider balance of power globally as a result of this.
Well, Israeli attacks have killed at least 25 people across the Gaza Strip since dawn on Wednesday. In Gaza City, rescue teams are searching for family members of a child who was pulled from the rubble. One of the Israeli strikes targeted a home in Gaza, in Gaza City, killing at least 10 people and injuring dozens. Many displaced Palestinians were sheltering there. Al Jazeera's Ibrahim Al-Khalili sent this report from the scene of that attack.
It's been almost a month since Israel resumed its war on Gaza, targeting residential homes, general infrastructure. One of these homes is Hassouna home. It has been targeted in an overnight attack without any prior warning. The Israeli warplanes